Yes?
Good afternoon, madam. I'm your Fuller brush man. I have a full line of... Well, just like I said, I got a brush.
Yes, it's Red Skelton, the Fuller brush man himself, co-starring with Janet Blair in the radio premiere of his rib-tickling Edward Small Columbia hit, another Screen Guild Players First, brought to you by the makers of Camel cigarettes. How mild can a cigarette be?
Smoke Camels and see.
Yes, prove for yourself how mild Camels are.
In a recent coast-to-coast test of hundreds of men and women who smoked Camels and only Camels for 30 days, noted throat specialists reported not one single case of throat irritation due to smoking Camels.
Thursday night, Screen Guild night. And here's the wildest, zaniest comedy of the year. The Screen Guild players take a deep breath and open the door for...
The Fuller Brush Man.
Starring Red Skelton and Janet Blair.
Car 48, calling police car 48. Come in, Monahan.
Monahan, car 48. What's up, Sarge?
Get over to the park. Fire reported.
Forget it, Sarge. Nothing to it. It's just that new street cleaner, Red Jones. He's got a fire going in his trash cart.
Well, what's he doing with a fire in his trash cart?
He's cooking breakfast for his girl.
How about that, Ann? Breakfast in the park. You know, with me, a girl never knows what to expect, and I usually disappoint him.
Oh, this is wonderful, Red. But I have to leave soon. Mr. Wallach is driving me down to the office.
Oh, that guy. The way his eyes drool when he looks at you. Even his eyelids pant.
Oh, he's not that bad, Red. And besides, he is a very successful Fuller brush man.
Successful. He couldn't sell memberships in a pyramid club. And I'm going to have to tie something around your finger to make you remember to forget that guy. Here, take a look. I bought it. $18.
An engagement ring. Oh, Red.
Oh, well, don't cry, Ann. Gosh, I know you have to look twice to see the diamond once.
Oh, please, Red. Please don't joke.
Well, I'm not joking, Ann. You know how I've always felt about you. Gosh, I fell in love with you the first time I ever saw you.
I know. That's what makes it so hard, Red. I'm sorry, but I can't accept your ring.
You can't?
Well, you see, you aren't ready to take on a wife. I know you tried, but you go from job to job.
Well, I've had this job for 3 weeks.
Yes, but how long will it last? Look at all those other jobs, Red. The time you drove the bus, that only lasted 3 days.
Well, that wasn't my fault. I was trying to get the passengers to the rear of the bus, and I forgot to watch where the front was going.
And before that, you worked as a plumber's helper. 1 week.
Well, that was the plumber's fault. He handed me the blueprints and told me what pipes to connect.
And so hot water came out of the gas logs. Mm-hmm. It's always the same, Red. Something always happens and you lose your job. Now, look, you've got to settle down and get somewhere. Be someone before you can think of marriage.
Be someone, huh? Like Keenan Wallach?
Well, yes, Red. He's very successful.
Oh.
And Mr. Seward, our district manager, says that...
Hey, Ann, come on, we're late.
Speak of the devil.
I'll see you later, Red. We'll talk some more.
Well, Ann,
Hey, Red, I see you're still wearing your white ducks, huh? Well, quack, quack.
How can a clean-looking guy like that have such a dirty laugh, huh? Well, I might as well go dump this trash can now. This is the end, I guess. My whole life's finished. Ended. Done.
Look out!
Hey, you didn't have to take me so seriously.
You idiot! You imbecile, you! Look at what you've done to my car!
Well, look what you've done to my trash can. You can't tell them apart now.
You all right, Commissioner Trist?
Commissioner Trist, head of the street cleaning department?
Exactly.
Gee, I've always wanted to meet you, Commissioner, working in the same department and all. My name's Jones.
As of this moment, your name is Mud.
Huh?
You're fired, you understand? You're through.
Oh, now, Commissioner, let's not get hasty now. Good men like me are hard to replace. Why, it might take, hours. Remember now, you want to keep your streets clean. There are a lot of rubbish collects on them, you know.
You're telling me. Go ahead, Robert. Let's get out of here.
Careful, there's broken glass there. You got to blow out. Smell that California air.
Wait!
Well, the same old story, Red. Quiet again.
Yeah, and I'd been up for pension in 20 years, too. But, Ann, it wasn't my fault.
Oh, it never is. Look, Red, I've been thinking, too. Maybe you've had the wrong kind of jobs. Maybe if you went into business for yourself, as your own boss, became a fuller brush dealer, an independent businessman.
Me, a fuller brush man?
Sure.
Oh, gosh, Ann,
Hi, Ann.
Oh, hello, Mr. Wally.
Hi, Red.
Hi.
How's the curbs going, chiropodist?
Well, as a matter of fact...
Don't bother. It's in all the papers. Headlines, too. Commissioner Trist escapes injury in car crash. Say, I hope you got his license number.
I got it all right on my chest. They got a new kind of bumper now. When you hit anybody, a stamp comes down and says, killed in California. Just the same, the accident was good for me, you know, and I'm going to be a fuller brush man.
A what?
Oh, of course, we're counting a lot on your help, Mr. Wally.
Yeah.
No, wait a
Oh,
second.
really, I'm sure that Red will make good, especially if you show him how it's done, and then let him try a few houses for himself. Oh, please.
Well, okay. But it's like watering a weed with champagne.
Oh, thank you. Thank you, Mr. Wally. Come on, Red, it's my lunch hour. I'll go get my hat and gloves.
Okay.
Say, this could be pretty good for me. Try a few houses, huh? Yeah, I know just the ones. That street up off the avenue. Door-to-door poison for any peddler. Oh, boy. Oh, boy, is this going to be fun. Okay, Red, take any house on this street. You sure you remembered everything I showed you?
Absolutely.
Oh, Red, I know you're going to do just fine.
Hey, you want to bet, Ann? Say $1 million?
Huh, I'll bet more than that.
Okay, a kiss.
That's a deal.
Oh, now, wait a second.
Get going, useless.
I'm going. Now, let me see. Knock lightly, have good appearance, well-modulated voice, friendly smile, and... Oh, here goes. Gee, maybe I better practice a little. Would you be interested in a hairbrush? Would you be interested in a hairbrush? That ain't it. Would you be interested in a hairbrush? Would you be interested...
Interested in what?
Nothing, Baldy. Madam, would you be interested
No.
Mister, would you...
No!
Lady, would you...
Yes?
I'll bet you would. That ain't what it says, but it'll have to do. Gosh, this is getting pretty tough on Ann. Well, I might as well tackle the next house. Let's see. It says the name Charmley. Charmley? Well, I hope she is.
Hello, Miss Sharmley speaking. Grant? Well, it's about time you called me back. Say, what does that pea-brain in the casting office mean? I'm not alluring enough for the part. Look, I brushed off more men than the porter at the Waldorf. Just a minute. Now listen, Grant. Just a minute.
Must be Gorgeous George's mother.
Grant, you tell him I want that part, that's all. Tommy! How do you like that? Not alluring enough. Gosh, I wonder, can I be slipping? Yes?
Oh, hello. I'm your Muller plush plan. You want to buy a brush?
Well, come in. Sit down.
Oh, nice place you got. Thanks.
Ma, you have lovely hair.
Yeah?
Can I run my fingers through it?
Oh?
So nice and curly.
Yeah, you keep that up, you're going to straighten it out. What I came to see you about, Miss Sharmley, is, I'm your Fuller brush man.
Oh, you can call me baby.
Yeah. Well, I'd like to show you some of our newest baby brushes. I'd like to show you some of our newest brushes, baby.
Oh, nice.
Oh. Well, this one here, couldn't use a shaving brush. No. This is one of our new friction shower bath brushes. You see, don't stand so close, please. See, you attach this nozzle to the faucet, and then you turn the water, and it comes out the...
How interesting. I might take one of those.
Oh, fine. That'll be $2
If you demonstrate it.
Well,
for
sure.
me.
Well, demonstrate it. Well, you see, this is a bath brush. Supposing I come back Saturday night.
When I ask men to do something, they usually eat out of my hand.
Yeah, well, I've had my lunch.
Men can't get me out of their blood.
Yeah, well, this is no time for a transfusion, believe me.
Kiss me. You're no different from all the others. All men follow me like sheep.
Yeah, well, not me.
Like sheep.
Not me.
Mm.
Oh. Oh, well, another door, another bell, another bunion. Well, what have I got to lose? I'll try it.
Yes?
Oh, good afternoon, madam. I'm your Fuller brush man, and well, I mean, I'm trying to be. See, I got a lot of brushes here. I got some your husband's going to love. That's if you've got a husband.
Well, yes, but Mr. Trist is talking business with his friend, Mr. Cruxton. If you care to come back.
Well, that's the most encouraging thing. Mr. Triss? You mean Commissioner Triss?
Why, yes.
Boy, do I pick 'em, huh?
Well, if you wish to try again later.
No, thanks. I ran into your husband once today, and I wouldn't like to do it again.
Ran into... Oh, you must be that street cleaner.
I'm the boy with the
the
trash can.
accident.
I'm the accident.
He was very angry, wasn't he? I know he growled about it all through lunch.
Yeah, you know it must be tough on you, feeding him raw meat 3 times a day. Well, I guess this doesn't...
Oh, is it that bad?
Yeah, it's kind of bad. It cost him a girl a fortune in lipstick. Gee, if I'd have sold a brush here, why, I'd have won a bet, a girl, and, well, maybe a job.
Perhaps you still can.
How? Oh, you mean you'll buy a
Well,
brush?
it's the least I can do to make amends for my husband.
Oh.
How many brushes do you have to sell?
Only one. I mean 10. Now, I'm sure you can use 10 brushes, couldn't you?
Scores. I'll take 10 of those bristle combs.
Well, by strange coincidence, I have exactly 10 of them.
I was sure you had.
Darling,
Yes, dear. It's my husband.
Oh.
who's at the door? Who?
Oh, it's you!
Gorgeous George's mother.
Why? I thought I told you to stay out of my way.
Yeah, I know.
Now, darling, please.
You stay out of this, dear.
No, she's right, Trish.
You too, Crookston, stay out of this. I'm going to show this fool that I... What's that? Light! Who turned up?
Heath, turn on the lights. Heath! Where in heaven's name is that butler?
I'm right here, Mrs. Trist. I'll turn on the lights.
Well, I can't imagine what... Oh.
Heath, get some water. She's fainted.
Hey, what's this all about? First the lights go out, and then she pops off and passes out. He got drunk and passed out. Look at him. Or is he taking a nap on that floor? A little nap wouldn't hurt that rug, believe me.
Hello, operator.
Ooh, he ain't breathing.
Get me the police.
Ooh.
Hurry. I want to report a murder.
Murder?
Well, they can't do a thing until the police arrive, so we'll use that time to talk about smoking.
How mild can a cigarette be?
Smoke Camels and see just how mild a cigarette can be.
Yes, test Camel mildness for yourself. Find out for yourself what noted throat specialists reported in a recent coast-to-coast smoking test.
In this test, hundreds of men and women smoked Camels and only Camels for 30 days, an average of 1 to 2 packs a day. Their throats were examined each week by the throat specialists. And after 2,470 careful examinations, the doctors reported not one single case of throat irritation due to smoking Camels.
That's how mild Camels are. Try Camels. If at any time you're not convinced that Camels are the mildest cigarette you ever smoked, return the package with the unused cigarettes to the makers of Camels, and you'll receive its full purchase price plus postage.
Yes, try Camels. And remember, Camels by the carton are the best buy.
Camel Cigarettes now present Act Two of The Fuller Brush Man, starring Red Skelton and Janet Blair.
It's murder, and the police have already swung into action. At the home of the late deceased Mr. Trist, Lieutenant Quint of the Homicide Squad is beginning the investigation.
There were 4 of you in the room when the lights went out. Now, one of you stabbed Gordon Trist through the heart and hid the weapon. We haven't found the weapon yet, but we will. I thought that first I'd give you all a chance to talk.
At a time like this, who feels like making conversation?
Jones, you had a run-in with Mr. Trist this morning, didn't you?
Yeah.
I understand he fired you.
Well, yeah, but I didn't kill him.
What did you do when the lights went out?
Well,
What did you do?
I hid in the piano.
You knew that Mr. Trist didn't like you. What were you doing in his home?
Well, I was selling some brushes to Mrs. Trist. Go ahead, ask her. She'll tell you herself.
Mrs. Trist?
I never saw him before in my life.
Oh!
We always feed our jailbirds well. Go on, Jones. Have some more turkey.
Now, look, Lieutenant. You look here. I'm looking and can't find it. Wait, I got it. Look, Lieutenant, I don't want any more turkey. What are you trying to do? Get something out of me or get something into me? You've been firing questions at me all night. I'm still not guilty, and I'm not very hungry.
Oh, go ahead. That turkey can't hurt you now.
No.
It's dead. Just like Mr. Trist.
Yeah, now, don't say things like that. Now, look, I didn't kill Mr. Trist, and I don't like your a la carte insinuations.
Oh, come now. There's no need to get upset.
Upset? Oh, I'm not upset. I'm not.
Not one little bit?
No, not one little bit.
Well, then tell me, why are you putting that turkey wing in your lapel?
I'm on the blue plate special.
I came right down, Lieutenant. When Mr. Wallach said you called him, I
Yeah,
decided...
she thought she'd better come along.
Yes.
Well, I'm sorry to bother you, but this Fuller Brush kit had your name on it, Wallach. Is it yours?
Yes, it's mine. I lent it to Red Jones.
Why?
That's what I'd like to know.
Who are you?
Oh, I'm sorry, Lieutenant. This is Mr. Seward, our district manager.
Yes, and in all my years with the company, we've never before been associated with scandal. Just look at these newspaper headlines, will you? Fuller Brushman says buy or die. Door knocker. Door knocker knocks off reluctant customer. Can't you do anything about this horrible publicity?
You better take that up with Jones. Ferguson.
Yes, Lieutenant?
Bring Jones in here. I'm letting him go.
Letting him go? After what he did to Fuller Brushes?
Oh, I'm sorry, Mr. Seward. It was all my fault. I know now how useless it was.
Well, thanks, Ferguson. You got to come over to my place and sleep sometime. Oh, hello, Angie. I'm sorry about all of this. It wasn't my fault, really. Now that I'm going to be a Fuller Brush man, things will be different, boy. I'm going to be the best thing that ever hit Fuller Brushes.
It might be just the opposite. Come along, Wallach.
What's everybody so touchy about?
Oh, nothing. Just the same old thing. Red Jones has done it again. Mr. Trouble. Old dependable. I always expect the worst from you, Red. And you never let me down.
But, Ann, it wasn't my...
Don't say that again. Don't ever say anything to me again.
Gosh, now her, too.
Say, Jones, who gets this Fuller Brush kit?
Might as well be me. I'm always left holding the bag. Just a minute. Gee, maybe it's Ann. Maybe she's changed her mind. I'm coming. Just a minute. Hiya, honey. Oh, gosh, Mrs. Trist.
Let me in, please, quick.
Well, now, look, sis, I don't know what you want to buy, but this time I ain't selling.
You must believe me. I'm only trying to help you.
Oh, sure. Trying to help me get a fast ride down that last mile. Now, why didn't you tell those cops that you bought those brushes?
Because they suspect us both.
They do?
If they knew we'd met before, they might think we were in this thing together. And we are in it together, even though we're innocent.
Yeah.
We must work together.
Yeah.
Stick together.
Yeah. It's going to be tough walking that way. Well, how about my girl? Will you tell her you bought those brushes from me?
Oh, of course.
Oh, good. Well, now, you stay right here. Stay where you are. See, I hope she's not out with Wallach. I hope she's not home with Wallach. Well, here. Hello. Hey, Ann, look, honey, can you come over to my place right away? Oh, but, Ann, you got to. Look, Mrs. Trist is here, and she wants to tell you something. Okay, honey, I knew you would. Hurry, will you? Yeah, she's coming right over, Mrs. Trist. Then you can tell her the truth. Hey, what are you doing messing around my Fuller brush kit?
Oh, just looking at the brushes. They're wonderful.
Yeah, they are. They're nice. Hey, what's this bristlecomb doing here? I thought I sold all of those to you.
Well, as a matter of fact, you only left me 9. That one must be mine, too.
Oh, well, take it. But don't forget to pay me for them. You dig up the cash and I'll dig up some food. Neighbors next door are acting up again. I'll dig up some food. Boy, am I hungry. They serve a wonderful meal down at the jail, but they spoil your appetite first. Hey, come on, you can help me. You know anything about boiling onions?
This is the kitchen?
Yeah, it's kind of small. It used to be a telephone booth before the housing shortage.
The doorbell.
Well, gosh, that's funny. It couldn't be Ann. She couldn't get here that fast.
You go and answer it. I'll stay in here. And remember, no one must know I'm in the place.
No, okay. Yes?
Good evening, Mr. Jones.
Oh, you're that butler, Mr. Hurst. You're Triss's butler, aren't you, huh? Look, I'm awful busy, old man, so would you please hurry and go away?
I'm sorry, Mr. Jones. I'm coming in.
Okay.
Now then, where is Mrs. Trist?
Mrs. Trist?
I know she's here. I followed her.
Oh.
I had a feeling she was in on this some way. The doorbell.
That's funny. That's what everybody said.
Quick. I mustn't be discovered here.
Why not?
Don't you ever go to the movies?
Yeah.
In a murder mystery, they always suspect the butler.
Oh.
Where can I hide?
Well, in there, in the kitchen with Mrs. Trist.
Thanks. I'll do as much for you.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. Just a minute. Boy, what a spot for a hot dog stand, huh? Hello.
Your name, Jones?
Goodbye. Guy out there with a gun. Oh, it's a good thing this door's locked. Say, how'd you mugs unlock that door?
Professional secret, Mr. Jones. Hitch, is it in that Fuller brush kit?
Not here, Jiggers. No sign of it.
Okay, start looking.
Well, look, anything I can help you with? You're kind of noisy for people I haven't met. Look, you're wrecking my apartment. What do you want?
We came up to buy some brushes, Mr. Fuller.
Be quiet about it, will you? I don't care about you breaking my furniture, but don't break my leaves, please.
The doorbell. Who's that?
I don't know. At this point, I could use a little prompting from the audience.
We'll go and wait in the kitchen.
Oh?
You get rid of whoever it is.
Oh.
And don't try any funny business.
Oh, I won't.
This gun is loaded.
So is the kitchen.
Come on, Sketch.
Oh, goodness. Coming. I'm going to make a deal with the bus people. You watch.
Hello, Jones. Am I intruding?
Lieutenant Quint. Oh, well, come in, Lieutenant Quint. Gee, I'm sure glad to see you, Lieutenant Quint. Oh, just loosen up your holster, and... Just take off your gun and make yourself at home. I don't mess with them once I miss them, you know. Well, I'll guarantee I'll never be back here again.
It doesn't look much like home right now.
Oh, I feel right at home, though. I've changed the furniture around, some of the lines, too, by the way.
I'm sure it looked better the way you had it.
Oh, no.
You're positive I'm not intruding now.
Oh, no, I was just spending a quiet evening alone with some of my joke books.
Well, I wouldn't leave you alone with my joke book.
The doorbell. Oh, doggone it. Now they got me saying it. Excuse me, will you, Lieutenant? Yes.
Red, I just...
Anne, darling.
Oh, Lieutenant Quint, you still think Red killed Mr. Trist? Lieutenant, how can you be so blind? Why, Red never harmed anyone in his life.
Say, let's get this straight, miss. Are you with him or against him?
With him when he's in trouble.
Ain't that wonderful? I'm always in trouble.
Red, where is she? You said Mrs. Trist was here. Lieutenant, that ought to prove something to you.
Mrs. Trist?
Oh, she thought I said Trist. And I said Prist. Mrs. Prist. She's the woman with the underslung jaw. Her husband married her so he'd have an ashtray. The bottom part comes out and the top part recedes. It goes back so far she has to put her lipstick on from the back.
Well, that's very interesting. And
You're supposed to be serious. Let's not laugh this now.
And what did Mrs. Prisk come here for?
How should I know? Who could understand her?
Listen.
If anybody says doorbell, I'm going to scream.
Yeah, well, I better answer that myself. Oh, it's you, Ferguson. Get anything?
Your hunch is right on the beam, Lieutenant. We got 4 of them. They were coming down the fire escape.
Who?
Mrs. Trist, the butler, and a couple of finger men.
Hey, well, that's impossible. They're out there in the kitchen. Come on, I'll show you. Hey, Mrs. Trist, will you please come out and tell my girl what you... Hey, everybody's gone.
Oh, relax, Red. You're off the spot.
Oh?
Oh, you really mean that, Lieutenant?
Sure. We've dug up quite a bit about Mrs. Trist and that Cruxton guy.
You mean the fellow that was there when the old boy got murdered?
Uh-huh. He shared a lot of business interests with Trist. He also hoped to share his wife. They got so pally, they forgot to be smart. Oh, there's no question about the case if I could only find the murder weapon.
Well, let's tear the rest of the place apart. Hey, what am I saying, anyhow?
Hey, Red, what's that funny smell in here?
Smell? I started to say it may be the script, you know. It must be that coffee pot. Mrs. Trist started to make some coffee. It's been boiling all this time. Come on, Willie. Just empty it out here. Hey, look. What's that?
It's one of our brushes. Hey, that's very strange. It was in the coffee.
Wait, I got it, Ann. Look, this handle, it's soft. It's been out of shape. And the way it was before, it was sharp and pointed.
The murder weapon.
That's right. Whoever killed Trist hid this brush with the other brushes in my kitten and came here tonight to get it.
That adds up to Mrs. Trist. Why, she didn't even want me to know she'd even bought one of those brushes.
Yeah, but what about the 2 mugs with a gun?
Oh, they've talked enough already. They were hired by Cruxton. He was in on it, too.
Yes, but the butler, where does he come in?
We just threw him in to make the plot tougher.
Oh, Red, I'm so glad you're safe.
Well, that's fine. Now we got some unfinished business. And you remember all those kisses Wallach gave you yesterday?
Well, what about him?
Well, you wouldn't want to keep his kisses, would you? Come on, gal. Hand them over.
No, Red.
I wrote the ending myself. Pretty good, huh?
Our stars, Red Skelton and Janet Blair, will return to the microphone in just a moment.
How mild can a cigarette be?
Prove to yourself how mild Camels are.
In a recent coast-to-coast smoking test, hundreds of men and women smoked Camels and only Camels for 30 days, an average of 1 to 2 packs a day. Noted throat specialists examined these smokers' throats each week, and the doctors reported not one single case of throat irritation due to smoking Camels.
Try Camels in your T-zone, T for taste and T for throat. See how Camel's choice tobaccos, properly aged and expertly blended, give you rich, full flavor and cool mildness. Yes, see if Camels don't suit your T-zone to a T.
If at any time you're not convinced that Camels are the mildest cigarette you ever smoked, return the package with the unused cigarettes to the makers of Camels, and you'll receive its full purchase price plus postage.
And now that we've all caught our breath again, here's a final word of thanks to our stars. Red and Janet, I can't begin to tell you how much fun we've had.
Well, why not start in the middle and work your way backwards? But seriously, Vern, I've always had a soft spot in my heart for the Screen Guild players.
So have I, Red, because this program supports the Motion Picture Relief Fund and its country house and hospital. And it's a real privilege to share in that work.
I feel that way, too, Janet. So I've been waiting for them to ask me to be on the show, and then at last, you know what?
What?
They do it.
Well, some other people are doing it too, Red. Every week, the makers of Camel cigarettes send free smokes to servicemen's hospitals all over the country. And this week, among other hospitals, free Camels are being sent to Veterans Hospital, Topeka, Kansas, United States Army Station Hospital, Fort Lawton, Washington, and United States Marine Hospital, Fort Stanton, New Mexico. Happy smoking, fellows. Your cigarettes are on the way to you now with the compliments of Camels.
The Screen Guild players are directed by Bill Lawrence, the adaptations by Harry Cronman. Remember, Thursday night is Screen Guild night. And next week, another great picture with 2 of your favorite stars, Walls of Jericho with Cornell Wilde and Claire Trevor. Be sure to listen.
The Fuller Brush Man, based on a story by Roy Huggins, was presented through the courtesy of Edward Small Columbia Pictures, whose latest release is Walk a Crooked Mile. Red Skelton will soon be seen in the Metro-Goldwyn-Mayer production, Neptune's Daughter. He can also be heard on his regular Friday night Procter & Gamble program over this same station.
For fun and hilarity, don't miss Camel Cigarette's other great show over this same station. Tomorrow night, the Jimmy Durante Show with Alan Young. Thursday night is Screen Guild night. Greatest stars and greatest stories by Camel Cigarettes.
This is NBC, the national broadcasting company.